Um, oh, man, no wonder people don't like my videos. I get it. Oh. Um, Yeah.
Since when you like chips and dip?
I mean, not cheese dip, but the salsa.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you have the, so you like the chips?
Yeah, I do. I like the taste of it.
That was too salty.
No, I actually like how it's a little salty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Um, man, I don't know if I could talk. I don't think anyone wants to hear me speak. You know what? I'm gonna try. So I know my videos are not good, and I blame myself because people don't like me, and I understand that. And I'm not mentally mature for my age, especially since I cannot talk with confidence. Let's just say that, like, can I? No, 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 not now, mamas, not now. Can I be honest? I was checking out this video out of curiosity by a guy named Inaber that was talking about this gay freak named James Charles. I'll let people know about. Let's just say that he does great editing, right? It's really professional, right? I don't have a setting like this. I don't have like confidence in a microphone, right? I don't have cool editing and using like a wavy effect with a cool number, to do documentaries like this, right? It's a good video so far.
Well, for some people, that may be a terrible thought, and for some people,
And I like how he does the zoom in. And reading comments like this, like I don't know why, but while watching her video, something on the left hand corner of the screen just told me to subscribe. Should I just kill myself? Should I get a knife and cut an artery? Because I feel that maybe that's why people don't like me, because look at me. I'm boring, right? I don't have a cool setup. I cannot have people engaging with me, or I'm thinking about getting a knife and I suck, okay? I can't do videos like this. I like watching them, but no wonder people don't like my videos. I get it. I get it. I like watching his videos. I just wanted to share this as an example because I check my analytics, right? People immediately click off. Like, yep, I'm not watching this. And I get it. I get it. I did check all those videos I did, especially that prankster that I want to expose. People didn't care. Or the incident that happened in New York. People clicked off because they don't like my voice. I had over 200 views on it. Am I that terrible of a YouTuber? Like, because I don't talk with confidence and I stutter too much because of my. I'm gonna hate this. Think about self harming right now. Autism, because I cannot talk like I'm in Yale. I cannot talk like I'm a professor. That's what it being a YouTuber is, right? I gotta. I can't. I don't have the. You know what? I'm gonna delete my channel. I think I think this is a farewell. I think I should delete my channel and just stop with YouTube. No one wants to hear me. People would just forget that I exist, or they only think about the worst thing. I'm thinking about deleting this channel. A lot of people think I'm boring now. I think I give everyone permission to assault me because it's okay. It's legal. Like you could literally assault me, break my arm. No one's gonna care. You're not gonna get arrested. Like you can break my arm. Like literally, you can rip it off. No one's gonna do anything about it. No wonder people don't like me. Now I understand. No wonder of all the videos I did, people don't like them. No wonder it can't be around other people. So you think my videos have potential? Mm, I don't know if if they do, because like I try to add like a cool clip in the beginning or like a sound effect like the Charles Smith videos, but people don't like them. And I feel guilty because people thinking it's crud because of the iMovie Maker trademark. No wonder I don't belong on YouTube. It's only for people that have money, and I'm ashamed because look at me. I'm also be a bum. You should only I think if you don't have money, you're not allowed to be a YouTuber. No wonder. I think I should just delete my I should kill myself. I don't have permission to do YouTube videos anymore. I think about deleting all my videos. No wonder I see why people view away because no matter even if I try to add like a cool sound effect or a jingle, people click off. I can see why. That's why I don't get any viewers on here. People forgot. It's a no wonder people can't watch my videos for more than 20 seconds. They can't watch more than 9% of my videos. Oh, man, that suck. I don't deserve to be here. I don't have a cool microphone. I don't have a cool background. And I'm pausing too long. I can't like I gotta keep talking and talking and talking like I never is doing. I can't. I'm scared, okay? I feel like I'm not allowed to be here. I should do that in my description. I don't know if people read my descriptions, like my channel description. I don't know if they do. What I noticed, Dion, is that people are annoying and they like consistency. I noticed this with other channels too. Try to post more something. I wonder what you mean by that. Like, see, the thing is, like, people want me to get straight to the point. It's hard doing that because my autistic brain, I usually like to talk. I know it's hard. Like, I should go straight to the point. Like, this, like what I never is doing, right? It's hard because you can see how he talks so professionally, right? I don't have the skill to do that. Or I guess you could say talent. It's like you're born with it. I can't talk like that because, oh boy, I don't know. It's hard. People are really judgmental. Let me close this door. Like I don't know. Like it's a lot of pressure because how should I talk? Like should I talk like I never was doing? Because his video I'm scared. Okay, I can't talk fast. I can't. Oh, I can't. No wonder I don't have older viewers. I can't do this. I'm getting a panic attack. Yeah, should I? I'm gonna harm myself. I don't deserve this. Ow! 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 Ow.
forwards. James Charles is definitely not the place he wants to revisit. Oh, and before we actually get into this chapter, I'm just going to tell you about this. Please subscribe to the channel because, sometimes if you don't ask, I don't get. So if you could, please subscribe. I'm trying to get 1.1 million subscribers. It would really mean a lot to me. Please let the video constantly down below. Very much. Let's get into it.
I can't do this, right?
So yes, the year 2020.
All right, I'm gonna kill myself. Bye, Brownie. I'm not an adult, okay? All you adults are laughing, Brownie. You don't have problems. can't look at the screen. I'm too anxious. Everyone's laughing at me. Oh, every adult on here that's in the Navy and Yale. I don't. Everyone doesn't. Oh, I'm not like I can't edit. I can't talk like I have a 3.5 Asian. I can't talk. I gotta go. Bye.
conspiracies even in the most innocent situations. They're so convinced that everyone, including the neighbor's cat, has a hidden agenda or a sneaky scheme up their sleeve. If life were a movie, they'd be the character muttering, "I know what you're up to," even when you're just opening a bag of chips. They'd even read innocent comments as secret insults or see a casual glance as evidence of a conspiracy. This makes them feel constantly on guard, which makes life very exhausting for them. It's like playing 4D chess with everyone they meet while assuming their opponent's goal is to humiliate them in front of the universe. Treatment for PPD is a tough nut to crack because trusting a therapist isn't exactly on their bucket list. But with time, patience, and the right support, they can learn to tone down the volume on their suspicion alarm and navigate the world without feeling like they're always one step away from a betrayal plot. Schizoid personality disorder, SPD. Schizoid personality disorder, SPD, is basically like having a big flashing do not disturb sign hanging on your door, except the door in question is your social life. People with SPD aren't typically rude or hostile, they just genuinely prefer life in the quiet car of the train ride called existence. So when everyone is busy hosting backyard barbecues, joining group chats, or debating the new cat filter on social media, people with SPD are more like, "Nah, I'm good," and head back to finishing that 10-season documentary series alone, perfectly content. Now, it's not like they hate you or the world, it's more like socializing is a flavor they can live without. Their emotional palate can sometimes feel like unsalted crackers, pretty bland, and they're fine with it that way. Even when you engage in conversations with them, it could feel one sided. For example, you might tell them an exciting story about how you wrestled an alligator for your lost flip flop, and they might just respond with a calm, "Neat," as if you just described the weather. And it's not like they're trying to rain on your parade, it's just they weren't interested in your parade in the first place. Think of them as the human version of airplane mode. They're still around, just not taking calls. Borderline personality disorder, BPD. If you've ever gone on a roller coaster, you already have a pretty good idea of what borderline personality disorder feels like. Except in this case, you're not sure who built the ride, your seatbelt keeps coming undone, and the operator has left for a snack break. If you have BPD, you might wake up feeling like it's a perfect beach day. And by lunchtime, it's a Category 5 emotional hurricane of tears, anger, and panic over something that seemed small 5 minutes ago. Basically, what BPD does to you is that it makes you feel emotions in HD surround sound. When you're happy, you're really happy. And when you're upset, someone might want to pass you a fire extinguisher because your feelings can burn white hot. It's like you have a super sensitive emotional antenna that's always scanning the world for any signal that someone might leave or betray you. This makes all your relationships feel like an intense soap opera. One minute you're passionate, and the next you get so dramatic it leaves everyone a bit dizzy. Even your identity is a bit like a chameleon, always changing colors depending on who's around or what's happening. Antenna that's always scanning the world for any signal that someone might leave or betray you. This makes all your relationships feel like an intense soap opera. One minute you're passionate, and the next you get so dramatic it leaves everyone a bit dizzy. Even your identity is a bit like a chameleon, always changing colors depending on who's around or what's happening, often because you're just trying to feel okay inside. Impulsiveness is another guest at this BPD house party, saying things you don't mean in the heat of the moment, making big decisions on a whim, or going on spending sprees you'll regret tomorrow. It's like having a mischievous goblin whispering, "Just do it, worry later," directly in your ear. Schizotypal personality disorder, STPD. Schizotypal personality disorder is like being the funny character in a sitcom, but instead of getting laughs and applause, people are scratching their heads wondering what planet you come from. This is because your interaction with others is far different and unexpected from the norm, and it all boils down to your challenges with connecting with other people. You're eager to connect, but it's like trying to join a group hug when you're stuck behind an invisible force field. So when you force interactions, you end up looking awkward even though it was never your intention. It's more like your small talk script is written in hieroglyphics while everyone else is using emojis. When it comes to your emotions, others might think you're a little distant or feel nothing, and that's because your expressions don't often match what you're feeling. It's like someone at a surprise party who reacts to the surprise with a polite nod instead of a scream. But you feel just as much as every other person. The only difference is that you're simply operating on a different channel. You probably developed schizotypal personality disorder because someone in your family has schizophrenia or a similar disorder. So they just handed some of it down to you like some twisted family heirloom. Antisocial personality disorder, ASPD. You're paired with the new guy in class to play a game of Monopoly, but he doesn't know the rules, and when you hand him the instruction manual, he flings it out the window like yesterday's leftovers, flips the board, steals the dice, and strolls away whistling. This is basically the life of a person with antisocial personality disorder. They tend to disregard society's guidelines for how to treat others, like don't steal stuff or maybe don't lie to your grandma, which were just polite suggestions rather than, moral standards or laws. So you're waving them through in traffic, then rev their engines and cut you off anyway. They're not just acting bad for the thrill, it's more like their empathy switch is stuck in the off position. So breaking rules, bending the truth, and treating other people like tools to get what you want can feel as natural to them as breathing. No guilt, no remorse, just what's in it for me. However, not everyone with ASPD is a supervillain plotting world domination. Some can hold down jobs, pay bills, and make small talk. But when push comes to shove, they're more than willing to lie, cheat, or manipulate to get ahead. They're the poker players bluffing with no conscience, the slick talkers who will promise you the moon but vanish once you hand over your wallet. Histrionic personality disorder, HPD. For histrionic personality disorder, think of it like living life on a stage where every day is audition day, every stranger is a potential audience member, and applause is as essential as oxygen. Living with this disorder would always make you crave compliments, complete in the truth and treating other people like tools to get what you want can feel as natural to them as breathing. No guilt, no remorse, just what's in it for me. However, not everyone with ASPD is a supervillain plotting world domination. Some can hold down jobs, pay bills, and make small talk. But when push comes to shove, they're more than willing to lie, cheat, or manipulate to get ahead. They're the poker players bluffing with no conscience, the slick talkers who will promise you the moon but vanish once you hand over your wallet. Histrionic personality disorder, HPD. For histrionic personality disorder, think of it like living life on a stage where every day is audition day, every stranger is a potential audience member, and applause is as essential as oxygen. Living with this disorder would always make you crave compliments, complete with a standing ovation, confetti cannons, and a marching band to celebrate your new haircut. You love to feel seen and special. And if it's not happening, you don't mind making a grand entrance, whether it's laughing too loud at a joke that's not worth the chuckle or dishing out dramatic stories. It's the mental equivalent of that one friend who would show up to a casual hangout in a red carpet gown. However, underneath all those grand gestures and dazzling smiles, you're terrified of being ignored, forgotten, or cast aside like a Broadway show that's wide of an empty theater. Too loud at a joke that's not worth a chuckle, or dishing out dramatic stories. It's the mental equivalent of that one friend who would show up to a casual hangout in a red carpet gown. However, underneath all those grand gestures and dazzling smiles, you're terrified of being ignored, forgotten, or cast aside like a Broadway show that's terrified of an empty theater. The exact cause of histrionic personality disorder is unknown, but some studies are saying it could be because you were treated like a star as a kid, receiving so much attention that normal compliments now feel like stale popcorn. Or maybe you grew up in a desert of affection, and now you're on an endless expedition for that sweet, sweet validation. Either way, the result is the same. You're chasing spotlight after spotlight, hoping that this time the applaud doesn't fade. Narcissistic personality disorder, NPD. Narcissistic personality. Too much confidence. It's really a personality built on both shaky foundation and sky high expectations. Avoidant personality disorder, AVPD. So, your classmate threw a party and they invited the entire class, including you. It's a party you've been looking forward to go, but when you get there and reach for the door knob, your hand freezes and your brain screams, "They don't like you!" The next minute, you're dashing back the way you came. This is basically what avoidant personality disorder does to those who have it. Like there's an invincible anti-cheerleader on your shoulder whispering doubts like a broken karaoke machine stuck on a sad tune. Interacting with people can feel like you're trying to walk across a high school cafeteria while balancing a Jenga tower on your head. Unsteady, nerve-wracking, and convinced that everyone's watching you, waiting for you to slip. Harmless compliments can make you panic, like someone offering you free ice cream, but you're thinking it's poison. And when you're finally ready to connect, you want a 100% money back guarantee that you won't be judged, hurt, or ridiculed. No one's handing out social warranties. Your best bet is often to hide behind emotional sandbags, avoiding parties, job interviews, and even casual chats just in case something goes wrong. It's not that you hate people or want to be alone, it's just that fear has built up a fortress around you, complete with a ditch of self doubt and dragons named rejection and criticism. Dep- It's personality disorder, DPD. If you always call your closest friend or partner to help you make decisions, even the small ones like what to have for lunch, that's a dependent personality disorder in action. It's a personality disorder that puts you in constant need of guidance and approval, as if every choice carries the weight of a life or death scenario. It's not like you're lazy or incapable, you're just terrified of getting it wrong and losing the support of others. This makes you cling to relationships like it's your emotional lifeboat, doing whatever it takes to keep things afloat, even if it means staying in unhealthy or one sided situations. EPD stems from the fear of being alone, and it's usually from childhood experiences where independence wasn't encouraged or you were made to feel helpless. So you just learn to stick close to someone stronger like a social glue that never dries. But this clinginess can backfire. Eventually, people might feel suffocated, like they're babysitting the world's biggest toddler. And when they back away, your fears of abandonment erupt like a shaken soda can, spraying insecurity everywhere. Obsessive compulsive personality disorder, OCPD. Obsessive compulsive personality disorder is like running your life as if you're the CEO of a perfectionist company. And every little thing, from the way your towels are folded to how you load the dishwasher, is a high stakes boredom decision. People with OCPD aren't just detail oriented, they're detail obsessed. If you think organizing a sock drawer sounds boring, they'll convince you it's an art form. Their way of organizing everything might come out as annoying to you, but that's really not what they're trying to do. It's just that their brains equate orderliness with safety and success. So to them, a cluttered desk isn't just messy, it's a
Wish I feel like I get from Target after I donate.
Okay.
Please think it through them up and air it out. Okay,
Okay.
please.
All right.
Put them dishes in the kitchen and shit. You know?
All right.
Pandora's box of chaos threatening to undo the universe. Emotionally, they can come across as rigid or overly serious, like they're allergic to fun. They're not party poopers, they just see relaxation as a waste of valuable productivity time. Movie nights might turn into debates over why the script wasn't better organized. But while they don't see it, this obsession with perfection can leave them spiraling when anything is even slightly off. They've spent their lives believing that perfection is the only key to success, and anything less feels like stepping into quicksand. Passive aggressive personality disorder, PAPD. Let's say you ask your coworker to help you with a project and they agree, but then they keep losing the file, send you the wrong version twice, and suddenly can't remember how to use the printer. It's like they're sabotaging the mission without ever openly declaring war. What your coworker is displaying is a typical passive aggressive personality disorder. People with PAPD are in a constant tug of war between wanting to please others and resenting the fact that they feel pressured to do so. It's like watching someone trying to fight a battle while refusing to pick up a sword. There's no direct confrontation, just loud boxing. Even when they're mad at you, they never come out plain and say it. Instead, their dramatic sighs, exaggerated pauses, and pointed looks become their secret language. It's emotional Morse code for I'm upset and you should know why. If you ask them outright if they're upset or why they're upset, you get a blatant no, complete with a big fake grin and an eye roll fit for an Olympic event. Meanwhile, internally, they're steaming like a kettle you forgot on the stove. They're also kings and queens of giving compliments that's actually an insult. It's almost impressive how they can deliver praise and shade in one breath. It's like dealing with a ninja of negativity, silent, sneaky, and emotionally armed with a double edged side. This disorder is one big defense mechanism. It's a way to shield themselves from actually having to express their rage or anger. But in doing so, they just make everybody around them more resentful. And all because they can't acknowledge the giant I am angry sign around their neck. Sadistic personality disorder. If sadistic personality disorder Self-defeating personality disorder. Self-defeating personality disorder is like starring in your own soap opera while you're the lead character, the antagonist, and the scriptwriter, all working overtime to ensure the plot never ends happily. Every time life hands you a golden ticket to happiness, your brain pulls a dramatic 180 and veers straight into chaos, as if success feels as out of place as flip-flops at a black tie event. It's like you're allergic to good vibes, but actively seeking out bad ones like they're a long lost friend. For instance, you could be dating a kind, supportive partner, but suddenly gravitate towards someone who's emotionally unavailable, distant, or just plain toxic because chaos feels oddly familiar, like a messed up version of home cooked comfort food. Or you'd avoid opportunities that could genuinely improve your life because you don't think you're good enough or deserve anything good. It's like having an internal GPS set to avoid happiness at all costs, rerouting every clear path to a dead end marked by self doubt and disappointment. And it's all because this person has known nothing but conditional love their whole lives. It's like having to pay every single person hundreds of dollars to love you over and over in an eternal loop.
Depression. So, for the last 2 weeks, you've been very sad. You're in no mood to do anything, see anyone, or even get up from bed. You're weighed down with sadness that feels like carrying a backpack full of bricks. However, your phone rings and a childhood friend tells you he's in town and wants to hang out. Suddenly, it feels like someone opened the curtain to the dark room which has been your life for the past 2 weeks. You're immediately very excited and happy, giggling and smiling like you've just won the lottery. That's basically the mood reactivity of atypical depression in action. Your mood immediately improves when something good happens. One moment you're down, the next you're mildly okay because someone gave you a compliment about your shoes. Atypical depression isn't your typical kind of sadness. You see, instead of the classic depression symptoms of not wanting to eat anything, here you'll literally be a storage home for food. You could sleep for 12 hours straight and still wake up feeling like a groggy sloth. Now, because it doesn't fit the classic mold of depression, most people just associate it with feeling sad no matter what. But atypical depression is more like an emotional roller coaster. Basically, if classic depression is like being stuck in a dark cave with no flashlight, atypical depression is like being in the same cave, but every now and then someone hands you a glow stick that lasts for 5 minutes. It's not a permanent fix, but hey, at least you can see where you're going for a bit. Subsyndromal depression. Think of subsyndromal depression as the understudy of major depressive disorder, MDD. It doesn't meet the full criteria to take center stage, but it still sneaks in to mess with your mental health. The symptoms are milder than full-blown depression, but annoying enough to make life feel like a gloomy Wednesday when it's supposed to be a sunny Saturday. Now, the term subsyndromal literally means below the threshold. So it's as if the depression is lurking just under the radar, like a Wi-Fi signal that's frustratingly weak. You'll be persistently stuck in a low mood like that dull ache after leg day, constant and mildly irritating. You won't have the energy to do anything. You're literally always fatigued and have no mental strength to even do the smallest tasks. So every day feels like you're wading through molasses. However, this type of depression normally occurs when your brain chemistry is layered by stress, relationship issues, or lack of sleep. This can create an avenue for this depression to sneak in and mess with your serotonin levels. Who knew being a sleep-deprived couch potato could have consequences? Basically, with SDD, you're not devastated, but you're also not thrilled to be alive either. And while most people would just brush it off as nothing, if left unchecked, subsyndromal depression can spiral into something more severe. Think of it as a leaky faucet. If you ignore it, it might turn into a flooded bathroom. Psychotic depression. Picture this. You're in the middle of a Netflix binge, wrapped in your favorite blanket, ready to dive into the world of fictional drama. But suddenly, you start hearing voices saying, "Why are you even watching this? You're useless." You pause the show, confused because there's no one else in the room except your cat, and she doesn't seem judgmental today. This is basically the blueprint of psychotic depression, where depression doesn't just bring sadness, but also invites delusions and hallucinations to the party, turning your mental health into a chaotic episode of Black Mirror. Aside from the fact that you'll start seeing and hearing voices that aren't there, you'll equally experience really strong delusions, like thinking you're responsible for global warming because you forgot to recycle that one soda can. There would also be an overwhelming sense that the world is out to get you. In essence, it's as if your depression got bored and decided to go full theater mode, adding some special effects to the emotional misery. Nobody really knows why psychotic depression happens, but scientists believe this is due to a chemical imbalance in the brain, specifically with neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. It's like your brain's Wi Fi is acting up, sending the wrong signals and creating a lot of emotional buffering. Psychotic depression is treatable. It's no do it yourself project, but is more of a call the experts kind of deal. So if you experience psychotic depression, you'll need antidepressants and antipsychotics, which is a combo in wrestling, taking down the. And the psychosis. See PTSD with depression. So, you just watched one of the scariest movies you've ever seen in your life, but after seeing the movie, you start to see the monster everywhere. In your dreams, in every corner. It's now commenting and criticizing your every move like an overly critical roommate. You try to fight back, but the monster just keeps regenerating. Now, replace that monster with a series of trauma and sadness, and you have complex PTSD, CPTSD, with depression, a mental health mashup that makes your brain replay traumatic events like they're your personal horror highlight reel. Basically, CPTSD is like PTSD's older, more complicated sibling. So while PTSD often develops after a single traumatic event, think car accidents or one too many bad Tinder dates, CPTSD develops after long-term exposure to traumatic events, particularly those involving abuse, neglect, or captivity where escape seems impossible. We're talking about years of emotional, physical, or psychological torment. Now add depression to this mix, and it's like someone handed that monster a microphone and a playlist of sad Adele songs to play on repeat in your head. It's not a one-time scare like a bad roller coaster ride. It's like living in a haunted house where even the skeletons have skeletons. Now, this prolonged, enduring exposure would rewire your brain's emotional and stress systems, and your survival instincts would automatically kick in. What this simply means is that when you face repeated trauma, your brain starts believing you're perpetually under attack. And over time, you'll become stuck on in flight or fight mode, except there's no tiger, just unpaid bills and unresolved memories. However, while living with CPTSD and depression can feel like you're drowning, treatment is possible, but requires a lot of effort. You have to treat both the trauma and the depression. But with the right support and interventions, survivors can regain control, rebuild their self-worth, and find meaning beyond the shadows of their past. Substance. However, while living with CPTSD and depression can feel like you're drowning, treatment is possible, but requires a lot of effort. You have to treat both the trauma and the depression. But with the right support and interventions, survivors can regain control, rebuild their self-worth, and find meaning beyond the shadows of their past. Substance-induced depression. So basically, what happens when you take any sort of substance like alcohol or drugs is that your brain releases a higher dosage of the feel-good chemicals that you crash harder than a toddler after a sugar high. Well, the next phase is depression. Seasonal affective disorder, SAD. Let's imagine you're a sunflower, and all summer long you bask in the sun, feel radiant and thrive. Then winter arrives. The sun disappears, and suddenly you're slumped over, feeling dead and questioning your life choices. That is literally what seasonal affective disorder, SAD, feels like. This type of depression follows a seasonal pattern, and the thing is, most people experience it during the fall and days are shorter and gloomier. However, for some people, it shows up in summertime too. Think of it as a bad mood that sinks to the Earth's orbit. If you have SAD, your entire vibe will shift from social butterfly to hibernating bear. You would be constantly sleeping and craving carbs. Now, thanks to all the bread and pancakes, you'll now gain unnecessary weight, which would make you even sadder. It's a crazy cycle of sadness and gloom. The thing is, seasonal affective disorder mostly occurs because as daylight fades, your brain produces more melatonin, the sleep hormone, which is great for bears but terrible for humans. Plus, less sunlight means less serotonin, which is your brain's natural mood booster, so it feels like someone stole your emotional Wi-Fi. Also, the fact that the days are suddenly shorter throws off your body's internal clock, making you feel like you're permanently jet lagged. Postpartum depression, PPD. After getting married to the love of your life, you got invited all his friends from class. There are tons of balloons, cakes, sweets, and food everywhere. And all the kids are having a blast. Well, except for one kid who's just been having a moment. And by having a moment, we're talking a full-blown tantrum. He's screaming, kicking, throwing his juice box like a tiny angry Thor hurling his hammer. His entire face is also turned. Eat red. Worst of all, there is absolutely no reason for his outburst. This is literally a glimpse into the disruptive mood dysregulation disorder, DMDD, also known as the toddler Hulk syndrome. Yep, toddler Hulk. Basically, disruptive mood dysregulation disorder is a mood disorder in children characterized by extreme irritability, temper outbursts, and persistent anger that is way out of proportion to the situation. It's not your average toddler tantrum. Nope. It's the kind of meltdown that makes you wonder if there's a tiny supervillain inside their body. Picture a kid who just cannot chill, even after a nap, a snack, and maybe a hug from their favorite stuffed animal. It's like their emotional volume knob is permanently set to loud and furious. These meltdowns are extreme, frequent, and last longer than what we'd expect from a typical tantrum. Plus, DMDD doesn't just disappear after 5 minutes of hugging it out. Now, generally speaking, kids simply don't know how to handle their emotions. But kids with DMDD have it the worst because the emotional control center in the brain, called the prefrontal cortex, is still under construction. So regulating their feelings is super hard and would feel like a bad roller coaster ride. In other words, their brain's cool down button isn't working properly. Instead of bouncing back from a bad mood, they end up stuck in it, like they've been given an emotional speed bump that won't go away. Major depressive disorder, MDD. This depressive disorder is the general chairman of all depressive disorders and the most common one, too. For the people who get this, the world would feel completely colorless, and even the things you used to love now feel as exciting as watching paint dry on a wall that was already painted gray. Basically, major depressive disorder is a condition where sadness isn't just a passing cloud, but a full-on thunderstorm that parks itself over your life and rains all day. It's a persistent, overwhelming sense of despair that can last weeks, months, or even years. Think of it like a sadness on steroids. An emotional heavyweight that doesn't just knock you down, but sets up camp on your chest and refuses to budge. This disorder also comes with a long list of uninvited symptoms. You'll constantly feel drained, as if your energy levels have been stolen by a particularly greedy vampire. Sleep becomes a battleground, so it's either you can't get enough or you can't catch a wink. Even eating would turn into a strange game of extremes where you either forget food exists or find yourself munching on everything in sight, including that questionable leftover pizza. Then there's the biggest bully of MDD, which is the complete and utter feeling of worthlessness. You'll convince yourself you're a failure, even when you've done absolutely nothing to justify that thought. Worst of all, for some people, these feelings spiral into thoughts of self-harm or suicide, making MDD a very real and dangerous condition that requires attention and care.
Oh.
Don't clean out that microwave.
Okay, how do I squeeze it again?
Up and down like this. Just squeeze it like this.
I tried, but I can't get.
It will.
It will. I tried. I think. Are you sure there's plenty of soap in here? Or?
Some in here. You gotta squeeze it.
I don't know what I used to clean our dishes on our previous apartment because it's hard to clean that up with that. Oh.
Living in darkness, that our rescue come together, take the pledge, because it's our fight. Visit ourrescue.org to join the fight.
Leo and Cancer. If you have that one friend who always likes to turn every small gathering into a red carpet event, then you've already witnessed a Leo. They're the dazzling superstar of the zodiac. But Cancer, on the other hand, is like your favorite hoodie on a cold, rainy day. They're cozy, sensitive, and probably in a corner knitting a blanket for their future kids while wondering if anyone in the room needs a hug. Leo and Cancer may seem like opposites, kind of like when fire meets water, but when they find their rhythm, it's like peanut butter and jelly. They each bring something that complements the other, which balances out their energy. So basically, Leo thrives when they're in the spotlight and they need someone who's emotionally supportive, but at the same time won't yank the microphone from their hand. And when it comes to offering emotional support without stealing the show, no one does it better than Cancer. These guys are like backstage managers. They make sure Leo's favorite snacks are close by and even have tissues ready in an emotional moment. While Cancer loves to nurture, Leo loves to be nurtured, which is a win-win. On the other hand, Leo brings sunshine into Cancer's moody, shell-like existence. They literally drag Cancer out of their cozy nest for fun adventures, whether it's a spontaneous trip to see the pyramids, or just going for a karaoke night. Both signs value loyalty like it's the last slice of pizza at a party. They're protective of their loved ones and will go to great lengths to make each other feel special. Gemini and Aquarius. Gemini and Aquarius are like two kids let loose in a candy store. They're excited, curious, and ready to explore every single aisle together. While Gemini is the social butterfly that loves to chat about everything from the latest TikTok trend to the theory of parallel universes, Aquarius is the Capricorn is the ambitious friend's house waiting for him to get ready for and an outbreak. They're both strategic, secretive, and unshakably loyal. Sagittarius and Aquarius. Picture this. You're at a birthday party and there's this one person surrounded by guests cracking jokes about how they swam with sharks last week and are already planning a skydiving trip for next week. That's Sagittarius, the zodiac's adventure junkie who treats life like an all-you-can-try buffet of thrills. Now pair them with Aquarius, the imaginative visionary who's brainstorming futuristic concepts like hoverboards for pets or vacations on Mars. Sagittarius is drawn to Aquarius's out-of-the-box ideas because they're always up for turning dreams into action. Together, they're the unstoppable team blending innovation with dares, making every adventure look like the plot of a blockbuster movie. So don't be surprised when this duo decides to road trip to a UFO convention or start their own YouTube channel just for the fun of it. Life is never a dull moment for them, and rules are more like friendly suggestions. If you're a Sagittarius looking for a partner that won't kill your adventure vibes, then you should definitely merge with an Aquarius because they love freedom just as much as you do.
What month is an Aquarius? Are you serious? January and February? Really? What? We're only a month apart. What okay, what is the sign that an Aquarius has? Well, for a man, let's see. So they're highly intellectual, independent. Interesting. They enjoy stimulating conversations. Really? And they value their personal space. They might appear detached emotionally, but they could have deep affection. Are you kidding me? No wonder I could relate to them. Really? So really? That's what an Aquarius is? For a man? So they're like an introvert. Oh, they're social. Wait, but Joshua wasn't an Aquarius. He was born in September. Hmm. They don't like to get emotionally close to people. Neither do I. Oh, that's for dating someone, not friend. Well, it could be friendship wise. Really? So I can get along with Aquarius really well? Interesting.
If you want to go on a solo hiking trip, your partner would be cool with it and might even suggest a gadget to take along. Both signs understand each other's need for personal space, like a couple of cats sharing the same sunny windowsill.
What?
Their conversations are anything but boring. Sagittarius brings humor and philosophical insights, while Aquarius adds originality and futuristic ideas.
Really? For an Aquarius? I like that. So they're in January and February. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Wow, that's amazing. Okay.
It's like they're on the same wavelength, picking up the same radio station of awesome vibes. Virgo and Scorpio. Virgo and Scorpio together are like a secret recipe. Virgo is the precise list of ingredients, and Scorpio is the mysterious spice that gives it that unforgettable kick. Separately, they're intriguing, but together, they cook up something truly special that keeps everyone guessing about their magic. So basically, Virgo is the one who double checks everything and probably.
So an Aquarius is a social person, but so they're an extrovert, right? Kind of funny because Joshua is an extrovert, but he was born in September.
The spreadsheets. They're practical, detail-oriented, and love when things are just perfect. Scorpio, on the other hand, is the mysterious detective, always diving deep into life's mysteries with an intensity that's both fascinating and a little bit thrilling. Imagine Virgo organizing a bookshelf while Scorpio uncovers a hidden compartment in it. They're both about discovery, just in different ways. Both Virgo and Scorpio aren't fans of the shallow end of the pool. They dive straight into the deep waters. Virgo analyzes, dissects, and understands the world through logic and reason. Scorpio feels and sometimes just knows things without a manual. Together, they appreciate each other's depths like two bookworms lost in a library after hours, excitedly sharing their favorite discoveries. In a relationship, Virgo is consistent and trustworthy, which helps Scorpio feel secure enough to open up their secret vault of emotions. Meanwhile, Scorpio's unwavering loyalty makes Virgo feel appreciated and valued. They're like two knights swearing allegiance, not to a kingdom, but to each other. Gemini and Libra. Gemini and Libra are like a pair of perfectly matched talk show hosts. Aquarius and Aries. So you're at your friend's house waiting for him to get
So Aquarius can go along with Aries. That's interesting.
for you guys to head out to a party when you hear loud noises coming from his basement. You decide to go check it out, only to find his younger brother working on something that looks like a cross between a spaceship and a car. What you've just witnessed is an Aquarius in their natural habitat. They're the mad scientist of the zodiac, brimming with ideas about changing the world, or at the very least, inventing something that makes life more intriguing.
So that's why I get along with Aquarius people so well. Even though I don't know if I remember if I met one. So they like adventures and whatnot. I'm into that as well.
Basement. You decide to go check it out, only to find his younger brother working on something that looks like
Really?
a cross between a spaceship and a car. What you've just witnessed is an Aquarius in their natural habitat. They're the mad scientist of the zodiac, brimming with ideas about changing the world, or at the very least, inventing something that makes life more interesting. Aries, on the other hand, is a bold adventurer who's always charging ahead like a bullet train without a destination. Pair up these two, and it's like two best friends suddenly deciding to go hiking on the Himalayas without checking the map first. Spontaneous, exciting, and fueled by a shared let's just go for it energy. Think of them as the fireworks display you weren't expecting, but can't stop watching. Aquarius loves brainstorming, while Aries loves doing it. It's basically a dream team where one provides the vision and the other brings the action. Even though they seem like they can't do without the
And
other.
I feel awful what I said, Bronny, honestly, because well, you probably know why I've been going through a lot. Is this really how you is this really your sign?
brainstorming while Aries loves doing it. It's basically a dream team where one provides the vision and the other brings the action. Even though they seem like they can't do without the other, both signs value their independence like it's their personal treasure. Aquarius wants freedom to explore their big ideas, and Aries wants to chase their ambitions without anyone slowing them down. Capricorn and Scorpio.
Interesting. I want to see my sign again. So, oh, darn it. I'm trying to be, I'm trying to speak, but it's hard to speak.
Cracking jokes about how they swam with sharks last week and are already planning a skydiving trip for next week. That's Sagittarius, Zodiac's adventure junkie who treats life like an all-you-can-try buffet of thrills.
Why
Now,
is the Sagittarius wearing purple? What the heck? Why did he have to make it purple?
The imaginative visionary who's brainstorming futuristic concepts like hoverboards for pets or vacations on Mars. Sagittarius is drawn to Aquarius's out-of-the-box ideas because they're always up for turning dreams into action. Together, they're the unstoppable team blending innovation with dares, making every adventure look like the plot of a blockbuster movie. Don't be surprised when this duo decides to road trip to a UFO convention or start their own YouTube channel just for the fun of it. Like,
oh god, I'm getting emotional again. So I get along well with Aquarius that well. It's kind of weird because Casey was an Aquarius, she was a Sagittarius. So not only got along well with Sagittarius, but Aquarius and even like Aries as well. That's interesting. Because the thing is, interesting. Oh, yeah. And then the stream didn't lag. Because it's a Capricorn. And Dumbo, I know that you're a Sagittarius like me. That's why we have a lot in common. I don't think I meant an Aquarius either. I meant a Sagittarius, which is Casey, which is accurate.
already planning a skydiving trip for next week. That's Sagittarius.
So your cousin's a Capricorn, huh? I think that should be next.
Zodiac's adventure junkie who treats life like an all-you-can-try buffet of thrills. Now pair them with Aquarius, the imaginative visionary who's brainstorming futuristic concepts like hoverboards for pets or vacations on Mars. Sagittarius is drawn to Aquarius's out-of-the-box ideas because they're always up for turning dreams into action. Together, they're the unstoppable team blending innovation with dares, making every adventure look like the plot of a blockbuster movie. So don't be surprised when this duo decides to road trip to a UFO convention or start their own YouTube channel just for the fun of it. Life is never a dull moment for them, and rules are more like friendly suggestions. If you're a Sagittarius looking for a partner that won't kill your adventure vibes, then you should definitely merge with an Aquarius because they love freedom just as much as you do. So if you want to go on a solo hiking trip, your partner would be cool with it and might even suggest a gadget to take along. Both signs understand each other's needs for personal space, like a couple of cats sharing the same sunny windowsill. Their conversations are anything but boring. Sagittarius brings humor and philosophical insights, while Aquarius adds originality and futuristic ideas. Same sunny windowsill. Their conversations are anything but boring. Sagittarius brings humor and philosophical insights, while
Wait, we have humor? I never see myself as funny, though. I mean, when I try to be funny, I'm really terrible at it. Well, yet again, I mean... I wish I was. It's a great quirk to be a. I always want to be a comedian, but I'm terrible at it.
For personal space, like a couple of cats sharing the same sunny windowsill. The
So we
conversations are
give each other space as
with
well.
it, and might even suggest a gadget to take
Huh.
along. Both signs understand each other's need for personal space, like a couple of cats sharing the same sunny windowsill. The conversations are anything but boring.
I do
Sagittarius-
like how he made our sign purple. Why do you have to make it purple? Of all of things like this.
humor and philosophical insights, while Aquarius adds originality and future.
So our trait is philosophical, huh? What is philosophical again? I know this shouldn't be just because we're born doesn't define us. You know what? I kind of want to make it that way. What is philosophical? Devoting to the study of nature of knowledge. Is there an example? Like philosophy, right? Is knowledge. Love of wisdom, I see. Well, I do that a lot, or at least I try. So that's my sign. You know what? I'm sorry, but this is pretty accurate. I know people shouldn't believe in this, but no, this is accurate. You might be more comfortable completing new tasks or taking on new roles. If this is your philosophy, interesting. So I have to understand. I don't. What is a personal philosophy example? I don't have to understand everything all the time. I don't. I don't understand everything or almost anything. That's what it means. So, philosophy is an activity people undertake when they seek to understand truths about themselves. So, the reason why I acted like that and being quiet is because I have to settle my emotions, and if I don't, like people think I'm faking my reactions or even tempted to self harm. They I do this on purpose because if I immediately get up, I cannot control my emotions or my trauma, and I will get in more rage. That's why I try to take some deep breaths and then try to put myself back up and then think of what I did that made me feel this way and why I felt this way. So it's basically given for people's answers to these questions. I see. So it involves not only forming one's own answers to such questions, but seeking to understand the way in which people have answered such questions. I'm still a little confused. When they seek to understand truths about themselves and the globe that they live in, asking, answering, and arguing for their answers to basic questions. Well, that explains why I am so curious of everything. Like if I want to read on Google, I would think, why is Naru so small? Or why do I get jealous so easily about the YouTubers? I always play this in my head. Like, why do I feel that I'm just so anxious? It's because my videos do so terrible while other YouTubers do good. Even though I don't like to act like this. I guess what I'm trying to say is I always get afraid of being heard because I feel that That's why the other channels are doing so well, because people don't want to stick around and hear my voice. That's why my channel is not getting any views, and I blame myself for it because I take my time to talk, but a lot of people would blame me because I'm wasting their time. Like, oh, our time is valuable, and I get that, but I can't talk like I never does. His videos are good. I just want to be honest. I like his videos, or at least I did in the past. But it'd be nice if people could just be patient with me and not acting in a like in the way Karens and Kevins do. Just because I got a slow speech, it's like, oh, they want to assault me just because, oh, you got to talk fast, so I'm going to push you off the bus. So you're telling me that just because I talk slow, you want to murder me? That's how I feel a lot of people on YouTube are, like random viewers, because if I don't do great videos, great editing, people want to commit assault. I don't want them to do that, but sometimes I feel like maybe I should be assaulted. I don't know. I have a lot on my mind right now. Anyway, I'm sorry. I know I'm not responding to any of the messages. I have a lot on my mind right now. That's why I need to take my time to think. I can't just read off your messages at once because my brain is trying to recover. I'm just feeling guilty. Or I guess you could say I feel ashamed because I was shocked that, wow, no wonder my channel hasn't been getting any comments. I noticed that all of the videos that I did, even the New York one, people were clicking off right away. That's why they haven't commented. Man, people on YouTube are really harsh. I just noticed that if I don't have great equipment or I don't have a great background like I never does, people are really ungrateful. God, is that how YouTube is now? Just because I don't have a fancy setup or I don't look great on camera? Man, YouTube wasn't like this a decade ago. Man, people really get more stuck up now than they should. Why though? And people wonder why I feel like I'm the only one that has problems. They say they do, but I bet they have a lot of money and they clearly don't. That's crazy. And the live stream is delayed. I just don't get it. Like now I understand why my channel is not getting viewed because people don't want to take the well, even if they do, the view count will probably die down anyway. So I don't know. YouTube is a really difficult place. Like I just want to express myself and talk like I'm talking now. Not having a high productive, it's too much and it'll make me having an autistic meltdown. I can't talk like I never does. You know, I can't talk like I'm giving a lesson at a university. I can't. I'm just talking like if I'm talking to like a friend that got out of rehab. I don't know. That's just how I talk. Well, at least for now I do. I just don't have the energy just to talk. It depends. But normally this is how I normally talk. I just don't I'm not an energetic person. Well, how I mean, I don't know. Like by talking to people I'm not. Because I don't like to be around people that much. At the same time, I don't like to be I mean, I know I shouldn't self-diagnose, but hey, if you can't afford it, then what's the harm? If you follow symptoms, then I know people saying like, yeah, it's offensive. Well, if you have money, then you should be quiet because at least you could get diagnosed. A lot of people don't have that luxury to do that. It's like going to a hospital knowing that you got to pay a 20 grand bill if you may have a heart attack. There's people out there that are not going to for that. They won't know they have a damn heart, or they probably would do know, but it may be something else. You don't know. So not only have avoidant personality disorder, but at the same time, I may be a schizoid because I don't like to be around people. I just don't have much interest. I like to be alone, but at the same time, though, I mean, I like to be around other people, but really rarely. And I'll get afraid I'll get betrayed. I don't know. I'm both. I'm probably either of those two. I don't know. I think I'm more of a schizoid. I just don't. People exhaust me. I don't know why. They do. Oh, I'm still trying to discover myself. I just know I like to be alone, but it doesn't mean I always want to be that way. Anyway, what's the symbol for Capricorn?
Ideas. It's like they're on the same wavelength, picking up the same radio station of awesome vibes. Virgo and Scorpio. Virgo and Scorpio together are like a secret recipe. Virgo is the precise list of ingredients, and Scorpio is the
Wait, where's Capricorn?
of perfectly matched talk show hosts, where Gemini is the fast talking one who jumps from one topic to the next, and Libra is the charming co host who keeps everything running smoothly. Together, they're like the dynamic duo of any gathering. You know, the ones who you want to sit next to because they somehow make everything sound like primetime entertainment, even if it's just about the weather. They're social, charming, and full of ideas. Speaking about charm, if it's a currency, Gemini and Libra would be billionaires. Gemini's quick wit and playful energy are a perfect match for Libra's smooth, elegant vibe. They're like the couple who can win over anyone, whether it's a grumpy waiter or a skeptical friend. When it comes to making new experiences, Gemini craves excitement like a kid in a candy store, while Libra enjoys exploring new things as long as it's beautiful, luxurious, and doesn't ruffle too many feathers. Whether it's planning a road trip to see the world's largest ball of yarn or deciding to become expert salsa dancers on a whim, Gemini and Libra are always up for something fresh and fun. When it comes to relationships, Gemini and Libra are the ultimate power couple of fun and finesse. A pairing that's as breezy as a summer afternoon and as exciting as a midnight road trip. Whether they're planning their next adventure or just swapping jokes on a lazy Sunday, their connection feels effortless, like two puzzle pieces clicking into place.
Oh, well, I'm not sure where Capricorn is. It's all right. So that's my symbol for being a Sagittarius. I do like how you made the guy really cute looking. Well, I don't know why. Because I like cute and animated boy characters. Maybe I do like how he's wearing a purple shirt. I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself. Like I'm trying to be myself here, and I'm trying to recover and be more comfortable speaking, but I can't force myself to do that. Wait, I want to look up more about my sign. Oh, I love this channel. Can't spell Sagittarius. Ah, I love our symbol. I don't know why. I love arrows. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking, like, I want to do more videos about mental health, but I kind of want to stop doing these thumbnails, like in the other channel, because they're not really, even though they seem pretty decent, at least I think they are, they're not really driving much traffic. I just want to just talk about myself and no editing. You know, I'm just done with that. It's just, it's exhausting. Can we all agree that saggies, I like how they call it saggies, are the best. It's supposed to saggies, but it sounds like saggies. Me being a Sagittarius while watching this, everything that I heard is 100% me. You know, I know they say you shouldn't define yourself. It could be part of you, not the whole thing.
No point in dwelling over their misfortunes, and instead focus on playing to their strengths. They're not afraid to aim high, and they believe that they can make all of their dreams come true if they just chase them hard enough. 2. Sagittarius is candid and honest. You'll always know where you stand with them because they'll tell you right to your face. They are straight shooters who don't try to sugarcoat things. Some may find them a bit blunt, but their friends find their honesty to be a breath of fresh air. 3. Sagittarius is witty and has a wicked sense of humor. They have a natural talent for seeing the ridiculous and funny side of life. Through a combination of observational humor and ruthless sarcasm, they often have their friends in absolute hysterics. 4. Sagittarius is independent and hates being told what to do. There are
I
few
do.
things that annoy
I don't
them
like
more
being
than
told what to
honest truth.
do. I would get really frustrated when someone tells me I will snap at them. Doesn't mean I'm going to assault them. Plus, I don't know how to assault a person. At least not verbally, but well, okay. There's no such thing as verbal assault, right? Harassment, but that's
Forced upon them by people that have no right to do so. If you try to control them, they'll be quick to distance themselves from you.
that's true. That's true. That's why when I see these YouTubers, I know I don't like bringing it up. Like when I get told I gotta talk a certain way, I would snap at them. I would get really, really upset. And I love how she's using our emoji. That's so cute. Ah, I like that. Oh, she done this for every single one as well. Oh wow, that's crazy. I'll look up Aquarius and I want to finish this first.
5. Sagittarius can be restless and impatient. They want
Why is it so accurate? Why is this so accurate? I am both of those things. I am. I am. Is this so accurate? Yeah, I'll watch half of it. I want to do a reaction of this. How is this so accurate? What the heck?
everything and they want it yesterday. When things aren't moving at the pace they want, they can wind up getting grumpy and frustrated. They're always looking around the next corner in life, ready to chase the next big thing. 6. Sagittarius can read you like a book, even when it seems like they aren't.
You know what? That's kind of true in a way. I do not know why, depending on how someone talks to me, like if I were getting any comments or something or body language, I would kind of act like, okay, you know what? I don't trust you. Kind of like those certain YouTubers, I have this gut instinct. I just don't like them. I don't care if they're great people. They tick me off. They do. Like the one that I'm really jealous of. I don't care if he's a great YouTuber. I just know for a fact his channel does not make me comfortable. It's not. It has something to do with him, but I just don't like him. And it felt good saying that because just because he's really popular, he's treated like some damn deity. I don't care. I'm not watching him. I'm not giving him my view.
Attention. They are constantly observing and taking notes. They can get a read on someone within minutes of meeting them, and they can see exactly what a person's true intentions are. 7. Sagittarius can't stand selfish people.
No, we
If they
can't.
feel like someone is constantly taking and never giving, then the Sagittarius will be quick to distance themselves from them. They can't stand to be around self-centered personalities who only ever talk about themselves. 8. Sagittarius is extremely switched on. It would be very unwise to underestimate the intelligence of a Sagittarius personality. They are clever, philosophical, and quick on their feet. This helps them to come up with solutions to difficult problems that others would totally overlook. 9. Sagittarius craves freedom like oxygen. They are free spirits that cannot be tamed, no matter how hard others might like to try. They can't stand to be confined to one place for too long. And if you try to pin them down or hold them back, their first instinct will be to run away.
Yep, that's me. Like how much I miss my apartment. That was my freedom. Sure, I was still depressed. Clinically depressed. But why is it so accurate? Why is it so accurate? All right, I'm gonna hear one more, and then I'm gonna say the rest of it for later.
10. Sagittarius can become ruthless when they feel they have been wronged. For the most part,
I'll watch until 11.
pretty chilled and laid back, but make no mistake, if you cross them, they will make you regret it. They are far from a pushover, and they're not afraid to stand up for themselves when others try to play them for a fool.
You know, I still have to practice that, but it is true though. Like, I like to get, I want to say revenge. Kind of like how I argued with Cartucci, and I did finally got what I wanted. Even though I didn't really get any support in the long run, I feel relieved. And the funny thing is, he changed just like I did. I guess because of me. Even though I nowhere near will have the popularity that he does, I forgot I did make a difference. It's like that damn guy that I crush on that's a freak. They're like those well underage girls and whatnot. It's because of me, because he blocked me just because I was friendly. I'm not letting that go. Like, I want to get justice for what he did. And next you know, he did remove his YouTube videos that I downloaded. He thinks I'm dumb. I'm not. And changing his profile picture, like, I know what you're doing. You're not going to trick me. My heart has already been tricked multiple times already. If I had to be a harsh person, then I will be harsh. Not like I'm going to, like, ending up. Hope to Buddha's belly doesn't go to that path, traumatizing someone.
11. Sagittarius isn't afraid to take risks in life. They know.
Oh, yeah, this is accurate. I like taking risks, at least to an extent. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just like if I was walking in the rain, yep, that's pretty accurate. And getting soaked, that my phone may get damaged, yep, absolutely.
Make it big, you've got to be willing to take a few calculated risks along the way. Some may call them reckless, but it's often this willingness to go all in when it counts that helps them to achieve big things in life. 12.
Why is this so? Yeah, I'll watch up to 12.
Sagittarius is allergic to BS. They try to be honest with others, and they expect the same in return. They can't stand compulsive liars or people that act fake. They have a sixth sense for detecting when someone is.
Yep, it's our gut instinct. I can't stand it. Like a lot of YouTubers, it gets on my nerves. Like, I know a lot of people like those like uplifting whatever videos. Like, just stop. Okay, I know you get a lot of views. I hope every fucking subscriber you have could get fucking stabbed. Oh, feel good to get that out of my system. And for the third viewer that does say anything, just get the fuck away from me before someone in New York, if you live in New York or whatever, some state would basically stab you in the fucking heart and to be blood over the damn place because you're here, you're not doing anything. I want to be blunt with you. Whomever the third viewer is, you need to just get away from me. All right, okay, I don't care that, oh, I'm too shy. I don't have time with this. Okay, it gets fucking annoying. I get like a damn viewer, like, I'm not gonna say anything. Well, you know what? You make me fucking uncomfortable. All right, you're hiding behind a fucking screen because your mother probably got fucking cancer at a goddamn fucking hospital. She fucking deserves it. So I'm not like fucking on Keanu Reeves. He could go suck a fucking dick. That Arab motherfucker. Oh, feel good to get that out of my system. Oh, feel good to get this out of my system. I'm just being blunt. I'm just tired of how I have viewers that don't want to. I know Barney had to go. That's fine. I'm. You know what? I know you're not gonna listen to me, whoever that dirt viewer is. Unless my MacBook is added. It says 3 viewers on my end. It says 21. Okay, now it's 56. It would just be lovely if you could just get away from me, period. Okay, I'm tired of how whomever you are does view my videos, unless you're like those 4 boys that I do miss. then I don't want you here. Okay, if you're just a random viewer, what are you doing? Okay, can you like just view someone else? Or at least make another account and put some fucking effort? I'm not doing all the effort for you, whomever the other viewer. I know I sound like an asshole right now because I'm done being kind. Okay, I've already went through enough fucking abuse as it is. I'm not gonna put a fucking counter race. Fuck him. Fuck the Middle East. No wonder they got fucking mistreated in Denmark. They got stuff put into the Dem religion. Those fucking weird. Excuse me. Oh, I need to get that out of my system. Anyway, I need this video right now. This is really accurate. Me planning to be a billionaire and nothing else. I love this video. Everything a Sagittarian does, I tell people, I don't joke with my freedom. If you try to take it or walk away, even when I don't know where I'm going. Yep, I'm like that too. This got 69,000 likes. Nice. So the emotional part about us is true. We really don't like to show it. Just rather be alone. Oh, yeah. I'm an introverted Sagittarius, yet don't need to hear people, but I feel people. Yep, exactly. I love this video already. I'm going to come back to it later. Since I get along well with Aquarius, I wonder what they are. Where's the Aquarius one? I'm sorry, I was trying to rebuff your comments. I want to share this for the ones that me and Double can connect with.
Under the Aquarius sign can often be seen as mysterious.
I'm surprised the music is different. We get that like soothing music. Yeah, you know what? I want to maybe this Dion. This is by a sign from that dream that I had when I died. You want to know something for you both? When I was like Luffy, when I died in my dream, that it's that you know what? This is a sign. The music that she was playing, it sounded like that in my dream. Well, not exactly, but it's similar. That's what I was hearing when I was dying in my sleep.
But to understand this sign,
Crazy.
you simply need to take a closer look at the unique traits and characteristics that make up their personality. Here are 21 secrets of the Aquarius that explain them perfectly. 1. Aquarius is a free thinker. They prefer to come to their own conclusions about things, rather than simply relying on what other people tell them. They don't like to judge a book by its cover, and instead they keep an open mind when going into new situations and meeting new people. 2. Aquarius has an angry side that can surprise people.
Relatable. Well, I no wonder we get along with Aquarius. Oh, I kid you not. I have an angry side myself. I just don't like to show it though because I sometimes can't control it. I'm not like it's aggressiveness. I like to pronounce it.
It's a lot for them to lose their cool, but if you do manage to push their buttons, well, you might want to duck for cover.
Yeah.
They have a habit of bottling things up until they hit boiling point.
Relatable.
And then just exploding out of frustration. 3. Aquarius lives and breathes the world of music. Whether it's jamming on an instrument or immersing themselves in their headphones.
Well, that's something we have in common
to music in one
with
way
them.
or another. To them, everything in life just goes better when it's accompanied by a song. 4. Aquarius aren't very good liars. They possess many skills, but being able to
That's crazy. I'm not good at lying either. God, what is up with the Aquarius people? What the hell? So that means I gotta meet someone that's born in January or February. Wait, how many signs? 21. Okay.
It's generally not one of them. As a result, when they find themselves in situations where they are unable to tell the truth, They often prefer to simply say nothing at all. 5. Aquarius has a bad habit of overthinking things way more than they should.
Why? No wonder we connect. I overthink a lot myself. Really, Aquarius?
Themselves overanalyzing things to the point where they feel incredibly stressed and anxious, only to realize later that it wasn't even that big of a deal in the first place. Sometimes they just need to take a deep breath and chill out. 6. Aquarius stays away from inflated egos and overbearing personalities.
Well, that's
If you're
good.
all up in their face and not actually listening to what the Aquarius has to say, then they'll be far from impressed. If you can't respect their boundaries and insist on making everything about yourself, then they will likely tell you to get lost. 7. Aquarius can be wickedly sarcastic. People born under
Really?
this sign are known for being the kings and queens of
I kind of
sarcasm.
like
It
that.
comes so naturally that they don't even realize that they're doing it half the time. Those that are closest to them, who get their twisted sense of humor, often find themselves in absolute hysterics when Aquarius is around. 8. Aquarius is careful about who they befriend. They are very selective about who they
Well,
allow into their inner circle,
that's
and they prefer
relatable.
quality over quantity when it comes to their closest friends. They would much rather be around a handful of solid people that they know have got their back.
So they also don't like taking orders. Well, no wonder. So if I have to be in a relationship with a guy, then his birthday, I know that's messed up, but I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. His birthday has to be between, I'm just gonna say January and February. So Gemini, let's see what Geminis are.
The best way to make family memories in the Caribbean is at a place found with
People born under the Gemini sign can sometimes get a
Wait, that
reputation
guy's 21? He looked pretty young, honestly, for drinking. He
for
looked
being
cute though. Just want to be honest.
all over the place. But the truth is,
That's
there's a
Gemini?
lot more to the Gemini personality than most people realize. Here are 21 core traits of the Gemini personality that explain them perfectly.
Why does Gemini not get as much views as my symbol or ours? The Sagittarius got a lot of attention for some odd reason. Why? I want to see what Slate's is.
1. Gemini tries to avoid unnecessary conflict. They're not a fan of pointless drama, and when possible, will simply walk away from a tense situation before things get too heated. They've
Huh.
got more important things to focus on, and they'd much rather just get on with their life. 2. They try to be a pacifist, but if you back them into a corner and leave them no other option, they won't hesitate to put you in your place. They're not afraid to stand up for themselves and can be quite cutting with their words when they are angry. 3. Gemini is a fiercely loyal ally. Whether it's friends, family, or
Yeah,
whatever,
that's pretty
the Gemini
true.
tends to stick by people once they have committed to something.
That's pretty
They can
true.
be picky about who they give their trust to, but those who have earned it will have an ally in Gemini for life. 4. The Gemini mind is constantly racing. If they seem preoccupied, it's likely because they are contemplating all sorts of crazy ideas. They sometimes suffer from shiny object syndrome and can find it hard to stick to any one thing for too long.
Really? So that's what Slate is. That's really interesting.
5. Gemini is extremely independent and can't be controlled. They have a self reliant nature and prefer to forge
Huh.
their own path in life rather than live in someone else's shadow. They need the freedom to live life on their own terms, and if you try to control them or box them in, then they will be quick to distance themselves from you. 6. Gemini is observant as hell. They are highly intelligent and constantly taking notes in their head about everything and anything. They are natural investigators with a knack for figuring out the truth. Never underestimate their ability to get to the bottom of things. 7. Gemini can be an outrageous flirt at times. Don't be surprised if you catch them flirting with everyone in the room. They can't help it.
That's
And half the
interesting.
time, they don't even realize they are doing it. They're just naturally friendly people who have a real way with words. 8. Gemini has no patience for overly critical people that do nothing but complain. The last thing they need is to be around naysayers who insist on poking holes in absolutely everything. If you sound like a broken record, just whining about the same things over and over again, then they will get bored and find somebody else to hang with.
Huh.
9. Gemini is drawn to people who can stimulate their mind.
Yeah,
If you have
that's
good
accurate.
banter, interesting stories, and an ability to make them laugh, then they will never want to leave your side. They
Huh.
love it when they find someone that's on their wavelength that they can bounce ideas off of.
That's interesting.
Gemini is not afraid to tell you exactly what they think. They
Yeah,
have a
that's
opinion,
true.
so
Man, this is really accurate. This is how Slade feels. That's interesting. Because, like, even though, like, me and Dumbo don't, like, because we have, like, a stronger connection to Aquarius, though, doesn't mean that we can't be connected with other zodiacs. But, like, because it's, like, his may be much different than ours, but at the same time, this is his personality for what I've been seeing.
that they are going to share them with the world. They're the kinds of people that will tell you exactly what is on their mind without any kind of
And
filter.
the messages are in delay.
Gemini is a supportive and encouraging friend.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Friends or loved ones has a problem. The Gemini picks up on it instinctively and goes out of their way to make sure that they are okay. They always know exactly what to say to make someone feel better and are great at giving advice that is.
And I'm not sure what the most common zodiac is. I'm not sure.
Really helpful. 12. Gemini, a bit of a weirdo. They're known to be random.
That's true, but not a bad way. So this is absolutely accurate.
Predictable and downright strange at times, leaving others perplexed and wondering just what the hell it is that they're going to do next.
Yeah, that's true. What the heck? I do believe in zodiac signs because Slade does act like it, but in a unique way.
They aren't big fans of anything dull and prefer to constantly mix things up and go against the grain. One thing is for sure, with Gemini around, you will never be bored. 13. Gemini is a smooth talker. They are extremely articulate and surprisingly persuasive.
That's true.
They have an uncanny ability to talk someone into just about anything, and can even make them think that it was their own idea.
And Slade, this is really accurate. And I see the green heart and blue heart. I love the swords emoji because that's your symbol. Because it's like two signs.
Place. 14. Gemini is restless and always on the go. They don't like to stay in any one place for
That's
too
true.
long, and they're always running off to go on some.
That's true.
They constantly crave new experiences and can feel suffocated by too much repetition and
Oh.
routine. 15. Gemini soaks up knowledge like a sponge.
Yeah, you
They are
do.
extremely curious creatures who can't help but be inquisitive about practically everything. When something piques their interest, they can become obsessed and feel the need to learn absolutely everything about it. 16. Gemini can experience extreme emotions. They are known for having intense highs and lows, and sometimes their mood can change out of nowhere. When they are feeling good, they feel as though they are on top of the world. But when they are down, it can be so severe that it leaves them feeling totally emotionally exhausted. 17. Gemini can be guarded and reluctant to open up. They love to talk and to be social. But if you bring up something that's too personal, then they may suddenly put up a wall and avoid the topic altogether.
Right.
Sometimes they can get a bit defensive, particularly if they aren't sure if they can trust you yet. 18. Gemini can take their time to commit to a relationship, but when they do, they go all in. They're just not the type of people who can go bouncing from one relationship to the next, as they can be reluctant to commit to anything serious. But when they do finally take the plunge, they make sure to give it everything that they've got. They tend to be very all or nothing kinds of lovers, and once they commit, they are an incredibly loyal partner. 19. Gemini has a wild and adventurous spirit. When it comes to their career, hobbies, love life, or anything else for that matter, the Gemini likes to be adventurous in everything that they do. They like to take the scenic route in life and are almost always up for doing something a bit crazy. 20. Gemini has a wickedly sarcastic sense of humor. They are well known for their sharp wit and extremely dry sense of humor.
I think, yeah, if I remember, you do act like that, I think. I'm trying to think hard. I was doing the sword for Shonen. Oh, wait. You mean the anime thing, right? I'm so sorry, Slade. I forgot what that means.
right over the heads of some, but those that can actually keep up with their train of thought often find them hilarious. 21. Gemini is adaptable and able to roll with the punches.
Yeah,
They
definitely. You do, actually. You do, Slate. You do.
Are one of the most versatile and adaptable personalities in all of the zodiac, and they can adjust to new surroundings and circumstances a lot faster than many of the other signs. They have a way of going with the flow no matter what life throws at them.
That's true, though.
Ready to discover more secrets of your zodiac personality? Get your free personalized zodiac reading at zodiacreading.com.
Zodiacreading.com. I'll keep that in mind. Kissing styles, they have that too. Libra is really popular. Wait, who has the most views? Are you serious? Why is it Sagittarius the most common? We have the most views? What? That's crazy. I wonder why. My dad is a Capricorn. In fact, Jamal, oh, well, happy early birthday to your father, Dumbo. I hope it goes well for him. Sorry if I'm not talking much because I'm trying to speak up a little bit more. And you made a spiritual religion about helping me? Oh, really, Slade? I didn't know I did. Especially since you're a Christian, right? That means, you know what? I just want to say I'm really blessed to hear that. I am. I mean, it just came up out of my mind. Right, regeneration is the next one. That sounds interesting. I want to hear more about our sign that me and Dumbo share.
Sagittarius is both curious and creative.
Oh yeah, yep, this is accurate. Yeah, I'm really curious, and I do my best to be creative, even if I don't have much resources.
That is intrigued by everything around them. They have a love for creation, which makes them great musicians, writers, and artists.
Yeah.
They love to learn and are constantly soaking up information everywhere they go like a sponge. 14. Sagittarius is spontaneous and just plain fun to be around. They have a cheeky and playful side.
We do.
Always down for a bit of excitement.
I mean, if people like allow us to be opened to us, then we do. Like for me, if it's like one-on-one and the live stream is lagging, well, it's the time is keep freezing up. I do act like this. Like if it's like one-on-one or with a couple people, I act like an extreme extrovert. But that's only around a couple people though. So we get impatient or grumpy if something takes too long. So just like Geminis. So yeah, we share similar traits. Oh, this person's born on December 6th. Oh, that was 5 years ago. Ooh, someone's a day after mine. Ah, a lot of November ones. What the hell?
Their enthusiasm for life can be contagious, and people just seem to have a better time when a Sagittarius is around. 15. Sagittarius loves to prove people wrong.
Yeah, it's true. We do. We do. This is really accurate. I don't know why the live stream keeps freezing.
If you can't do something, it will only make them want to work twice as hard to make it happen. Wildly ambitious and unable to resist a challenge. When their competitive side comes out, you better watch out because they love to make people eat their words. 16. Sagittarius tries to avoid pointless and unnecessary drama.
I agree. I agree with that one a lot.
Massive to-do list and enough problems to deal with as it is. They don't have time to waste on creating drama for the sake of it. They prefer to focus on the things that really matter to them, which includes their friends, family, and chasing their dreams. 17. Sagittarius is careful about who they give their heart to.
Oh,
They're not
definitely.
the type of person who will settle down with the first first person that shows interest in them. They won't enter into a relationship unless they really feel that person is worth it. They
Mm-hmm.
are cautious about commitment and can get scared off when people come on too hard, too fast.
I agree.
18. When Sagittarius is hurting, they can distance themselves from others. They can
That's probably the most accurate one. And there are 12 total zodiac signs. Yep, there is one for each month. It's a shame that the messages are coming in so late. And your sister loves astrology. That's great that she does.
so tough on the outside that when they are in pain, they hide it so well that nobody would be any the wiser. Sometimes they have a hard time showing their emotional side.
Yeah, we do. This is really accurate.
Some alone time to deal with it. 19. Sagittarius doesn't hold on to grudges and leaves the past in the past.
Well, not always. So, like, I had to say, it's not 100% accurate. It depends, though. I'm curious, but not creative. It still counts, Dumbo, for being creative, and you're highly creative. You're if you to say that.
See no point in dwelling over disagreement for an eternity and instead prefer to focus on moving forward and looking to the future.
Yeah, I mean, I still do draw the past though, but I think about what happens later on a lot. So this is still accurate. And you're creative, Dumbbell. You just need to get your juices working. And one of best friends, Chris, one of your best friends named Chris, he was born in December. Really? Huh. So he's gonna be, how old is he? I can't do the math in my head. He's 23? Huh. I can't, I think.
We're willing to let sleeping dogs lie and have got much more important things to do than hold on to negativity. 20. Sagittarius is always there for their loved ones when they need them most.
Yeah, pretty much. Absolutely. This is extremely accurate.
Whether it's the middle of the day or 3 a.m. at night, you can always count on Sagittarius to be there for you when you really need it. They're extremely loyal to those that they are closest to.
I mean, I cared to save Casey, though, from her abusive boyfriend. So, yep, this is accurate.
And will do just about anything to help one out. 21. Sagittarius is adventurous.
We are. I don't know why, but this is accurate.
To experience new things. They aren't too fond of sitting around doing the same thing every day.
Finally, someone says it. Finally, someone says it. Because I can stay still at least a decent amount of time. I do have that urge that I want to be out in nature and just I may take a nap shortly because my energy is kind of low. Break free.
They hate the idea of falling into some dull and boring routine.
Yep.
Their adventurous side sees them constantly looking to try new things, and they have a real thirst for life that makes others feel more alive just by being around them.
Why is this accurate? So being adventurous, looking out for the loved ones, we basically tend to be alone when we're going through a really difficult period. And we do like to basically be really social if we're given that opportunity. It just depends, right? Yeah, that's what it is for being adventurous. So this is extremely accurate. Wow. This is really accurate. Oh, excuse me. Like, this is not for every Sagittarius person, but a handful, I'm sure. I mean, this affects me a lot, and all these signs are dead right accurate. Hell, even I have a hard time expressing my emotions. Yep, this is accurate. Wow, this is really, really accurate. I don't know why. You left for a week. You left us for a week, so that's definitely true. Just joking. I know it was the cord. Wait, I forgot what you mean by that, Slade. I'm so sorry. I got a little confused there. He deserved great mental health. That's true. Stuff of you to say that. And it depends. I've held grudge, and I don't always lead the path. Yeah, like not every science can be like accurate though, but like the majority. At least that's how I see it. And I try to be there for everyone, but sometimes I can't. Yeah. The thing is, though, Dumbbell, it still counts, even if you're not able to. You sacrifice time to do that, and I don't actually know. I don't know. Wait, I can't read. Oh, he deleted it. Oh, yeah, Slade. That's true though. Dumbbell. Yeah, yeah. It's a shame that it's a few minutes behind, but this is accurate. I do like how our symbol's an arrow. I don't know why. You know what's kind of funny though? This is a little weird. When I played Smash Brothers for the Wii, one of my mains back then, he was an angel, right? Named Pit. I like to play him a lot as a fighter, and his arrow looks exactly like our symbol. Well, that's what it is, right? So, because it's the archer symbol, like the angel arrow. So that. This is really, really accurate. So the 5 key Sagittarius traits: we like to be independent. We have emotional intelligence, absolutely. We have compassion. I forget what compassion is. We're honest, absolutely, and we are curious. I like number. I do like 5, but I do like 4 because honesty is really important. Why is it so accurate? Oh, I like the honesty one. That's so cool. Nowadays, zodiac signs are annoying as fuck. Interesting. Myth versus reality.
Sometimes the zodiac signs can be labeled with stereotypes that just aren't true. In fact, you might be surprised as to why some of the signs act the way they do, because it's not always what people think. Here are some of the most common myths that surround each of the signs, as well as the truth about their personalities.
Where's Sagittarius 550?
Aries myth. They love to be angry and cause conflict 24/7. Some people mistake their brazen, take no BS approach to life as a sign that they love to cause fights and wreak havoc. But while they will stand up for themselves when confronted, they don't actually go around looking to start trouble. Aries.
Wait, what's Slade's symbol?
Sometimes their multifaceted personality and don't take any of it for granted. Gemini myth. They are constantly scheming and downright.
Oh no, no, I don't believe that. Not one bit.
Personality and habit of changing can lead them to be misjudged as totally fake or somehow evil. However, generally speaking, they are extremely friendly individuals who have their hearts solidly in the right place. Gemini reality. They are highly intelligent and constantly evolving. This means that
Yep.
they aren't afraid to change their beliefs as they take in
I agree with that one.
and investigate alternative perspectives. They are constantly growing and able to adapt quickly to new surroundings.
Wait, what's our symbol? It sucks that this live stream is so damn behind. I don't know why.
Capricorn men. They are boring.
Oops, that's Capricorn. Where's our symbol?
Once their friendship has been earned, they can actually be some of the most loyal and trustworthy allies that a person can have. Scorpio reality. They just take a while to build up trust with others. The reason they put up so many walls is they require time to open up to people and are wary about who they allow into their world. But if you are patient and don't try to rush them, then the wait will be more than worth it. Sagittarius men. They are upbeat 24/7 and never feel.
Oh no. That is such a huge myth. Oh, I'm the total opposite. Whoever thinks that should be ashamed. No, that is a total opposite.
They can have such an outgoing personality that it can be easy to think that they never experience moments of sadness. However, whilst they might disguise it well, they too have their own ups and downs.
Yeah, we do. You know what? I might have to open a new tab. The live stream is like 6 minutes behind. I don't know what's going on. Oh man, I'm so sleepy.
Everybody else. Sagittarius reality. They can sometimes act happy as a way to hide their true feelings.
Oh yeah, that's accurate. Oh, that is probably the most accurate one of the bunch.
They like to put on a brave face and will try to project a positive image in order to cover up their negative emotions. They're just extremely selective about who they show that kind of stuff to. Capricorn men. They are boring and hate fun. Sometimes their practical nature and willingness to work hard can be misinterpreted by others as them being totally dry and dull. But the truth is, they can be some of the most interesting people that.
So Aquarius is the last one.
Was flat out insane. But the truth is, they just operate on different wavelengths from many of the other signs, which gives them a bit of a unique perspective on the work. Often work through issues best when they are away from all of the chaos in the world. Pisces men, they are down.
Oh, that's Pisces.
Won't be able to do all of the fun stuff later on in life. They are long-term thinkers who are happy to work hard today so that they can build a better tomorrow. Aquarius men, they are incapable of deeper thought and emotions. They can come across as detached and somewhat hard to relate to. And because of this, many think that there is not much going on in their head or heart. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Because although they might not vocalize their every waking thought, they are often deep thinkers whose minds are constantly racing. Aquarius reality. They do their best thinking when they are on their own. They come up with many great ideas when they are isolated and free of all distractions. It's not that they hate people or anything, but they often work through issues best when they are away from all of the chaos in the world. Pisces men, they are downright crazy. Some people can look at them as such a unique specimen that they.
So wait, what's for Aquarius? They do their thinking alone? I wonder if we can relate to them. Wow, Aquarius also. Well, Pisces must be the least common. Hmm. It's taking so long. I think the messages may be coming through. If you feel tired, you should rest. I know I should. Yeah, like what she said in the video, because we can't be pooped out. I forgot what's her sign. I know we tend to take alone to think. Right. Yeah, the music video is nice. Hello, Slade. You know, you're streaking like an arrow. I do like how you share heart emojis. It just goes to show you how mature you are. A lot of guys, they would find that as a problem.